Welcome to another Friday night Amigo Aaron stream. This week, we'll be streaming color computer games on the fabulous Color Computer 3, pictured before you. We're going to be using authentic hardware, and we're going to have a lot of fun. We've got the SDC front end. This is the, if you can see right here, this little attachment that comes out the side here of the color computer has a SD card in it with all the goodies. And all we've got to do is go to work and play some games. Some will work, some won't work, but I've had pretty good results. We're also going to be using the handy-dandy, trusty, wireless, generic Nintendo stick tonight. Should be a lot of fun. We should have a good time. So let's get into some trouble here. We are going to kick it off. Frodo and Curtis are in the house. Let me see what you sent me here. Curtis. I had a feeling you might show up. Let me see here. Marauder. Oh, rats. I haven't got a chance to put these on, so I'll have to catch these the next time. Ooh, Gate Crasher. Oh, boy. I'm going to definitely try these somewhere down the line. Sorry, I've had some technical difficulties, fellas, that have kept me from looking at the chat. A new wired hub, a new powered hub has caused me some difficulty. So I thought I would just try some random stuff just to kick it off. Let's go ahead and try, let's go into the L's here and see what we can find. There's obviously, you hear a lot about Lancer. We haven't tried that. I haven't tried this for years. So, yeah, man, Curtis, scream them out, my friend. So we're going to try some Lancer. Now, let me see if I can get this thing to work. The CoCo tends to want a certain color palette. Okay, so we're going to play one like this. Man, I haven't played this for years. Now, Lancer is a Joust clone. We'll just go somewhere in the middle. Let's say 7. Now, I've got both joysticks standing by. So if I have trouble with one, I've got the other one ready to go. Alrighty, this looks good. Like I said, I haven't played Lancer. This is what I used to play back in the day, but it's been a while. Not off to a good start. Let's see here. I always liked Joust in the arcade. It was one that we always saw at pizza places and whatnot. See this thing back in the day. Of course, this is the original Joust was done by Williams, which is a great company for both pinball and video games. They had some really top-notch games, including Robotron and Defender, Stargate. Was one of theirs. I believe Sinistar was one of theirs. And of course they had tons and tons of great pinball machines as well. So they were a great company. It was a shame when they got out of the pinball business, and I think they may have exited the video game business a little too early. I'm sure there were some things that facilitated them to have to get out of there. I need to get that egg down there. This actually plays pretty good. It's a little... having played Buzzard Bait so much, this one seems a little stiffer to me than Buzzard Bait. Is that your recollection of this thing, Curtis? How do you think that, I believe you're also in the Buzzard Bait camp. This one seems a little stiffer than Buzzard Bait. Yeah, I'm using digital sticks tonight. That's a good question. Curtis just asked. Again, I'm using a. It's funny. I picked up a gimmick for the Amiga that lets me use I wanted to use a wireless mouse and a wireless joystick. Son of a gun. And I got one. And it supported some other systems. Wow, I crapped that thing out big time. And also, Curtis is in the Lancer side of the equation. But anyway, I thought, I wanted this to work on other things. And so I ended up trying to get on... in fact, if you're looking at the webcam right now, here's the item. I've got 2 of these, and you can see it's a Atari joystick on one side and your USB on the other. Anyway, I tried this on the Atari, and it worked perfectly. The Atari computer, the XEGS, and when I went to try it on the CoCo, it didn't work. I was really bummed out, because anyone that knows anything about the CoCo, it's you often have to switch sticks, joysticks. It would be nice to have something you could use. Anybody wants a wireless joystick, and So I was disappointed when I got this thing. Well, I did a little research and come to find out that the fellow that sells the Atari to CoCo port converter, which switches your color computer joystick port to let you play Atari style joysticks, he doesn't connect up the power line on that thing, and there would be no reason for him to have done it, to be honest with you. But the end result is, with no power, there's nothing to power these little wireless nubs. Well, I'll have to give the guy credit. The fellow that came up with these USB things included a USB port on a small micro USB port on the adapter that lets you apply power to it for machines that don't have power supplied to the joystick port, which I believe maybe the Spectrum was one of them. And anyway, sure, I never tried it. To be honest with you, I was a little bit kind of afraid to try it, if you want the truth, because I didn't want to screw up my super priceless Color Computer 3. But the other day, I got a wild hair and went ahead and hooked it up, and sure enough, that did the trick. And in no time, we were playing wireless with the CoCo, and it's glorious. I might add, I love it. I like having the ability to use sticks and game pads. I sort of intermittently switch between the two. Depending on what I'm playing, but I thought it'd be fun to have the wireless hooked up tonight so I could pay attention to what I was doing without having to worry about wires and whatnot. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and like I said, now that I've got something that's pretty much compatible with everything, it's really handy. In fact, I'm probably going to get several more of these. I'll link, when I end up posting this, I'll link the fellow that does these. I'll link his website up there, because I mean, it's definitely a real good buy. And on top of everything else, oh, son of a gun. On top of everything else, they're real cheap. I mean, they're a real good deal. I mean, you don't want this thing coming out to get you. God bless, that guy's tearing me up. No! You know, Boat, shoot. Alright, I'm moving on. Boat has just picked up an actual a color computer deluxe joystick, which I love the deluxe joystick, and sooner than later I will be picking myself one up as well. Because in all honesty, the CoCo's joystick, now the Black Beauties there are not the best, but the deluxe joystick is great. You get the best of both worlds. You know, I love it. So I mean, it's definitely amongst the best. Let's see what else we can get into here. Yeah. Oh, did he get the 2-button, Curtis? Holy smokes, that lucky dog. He is a lucky man for $35. Dadgummit. Fire Copter. Okay, we'll give that one a shot. I've heard of this, but I've not played it. Let me see if it's on here. Fire Copter. Bam. Let's give this a whirl. Oh, look at this. 1982 Dave Lear. We'll put it on one player. What in... Holy smokes. What have you gotten us into here, Curtis? This looks great. Whoa, okay, I didn't realize. I was waiting for the copter to show up on the screen. That is something. Hold 1 for water. Oh, I see. Oh, that's great. Oh, wow. Look at that. I do not ever remember. Can you... That is something. So you're basically here to put out fires. That is unbelievable to me. I've never seen this. That is crazy. Oh, there's the arsonist. Let's kill him. I assume he's supposed to die. I hope that wasn't someone that wasn't. Oh, that is something. And it's one of the few games I've put on here where you actually use... Oh, look at that. The fire actually spreads. The fire spread when you get there quick enough. That's really neat. Man, that is impressive, I have to say. Oh, I see. There's another arsonist. Man, what's going on here? It's a riot. Come here. Where's the lasers? There we go. Die. And I love the fact that the fire is spreading. That is glorious. Now, yeah, I was wondering. Okay, I was wondering how. I mean, these shapes are sort of. I mean, they're sort of moving in a pattern. It's hard to really tell. What is that? I hope he was supposed to die. Oh, this building's getting torched. Uh-oh. This is neat. This is one I have to say I've never played. Fire level critical. Not good. That guy, did he shoot at me? Oh, I see. We've got... So we basically have to go around trying to find all the really bad spots. There's that goo. Oh, no. No kidding. I've played Candy Company before, Frodo. It's funny, I tried to play it today, and I can't... Something happened that I ended up having to quit. It's been one of those days. Try this again. I will say I'm not good at Candy Company. I found that to be a game that was not necessarily my bag, but I am going to give that a shot. In fact, that's on the agenda for this evening. I gotta hit this into the shot though. This is... Wait, I can't wait to show this to Bo. He'll love this. This is gonna blow his mind. Yeah, it's kind of a difficult game, isn't it, Curtis? I mean, it really is. Curtis, is that one of Nick's? Is that... I can't remember. Who did Candy Company? Guys died. Look at the... Oh, gosh. Yeah. I was boned there. That's a 0% chance. Intracolor. I can tell you that if young Aaron had seen this, this would have blown me away back when I was a kid, because it gives you it does a good job of giving you the illusion that you're flying through something. I guess something that sort of resembles a city. I mean, some of these shapes aren't very city-like, but still, I mean, that's quite remarkable. I'm often, you know, I know it comes across as a little dopey sometimes, but I'm genuinely, it blows my mind. It shocks me so much, and it's amazing. You see so many of these games that you just think, man, how can they even do that stuff? And they do. Man, it happens to me all the time on the Spectrum. I mean, the Amiga, you're sort of used to awesome stuff. I mean, back in the day, I'd be blown away by stuff on the Amiga, but I mean, now I'm used to just being... I have a certain standard I've set for it, but when it comes to stuff like the Spectrum or the CoCo, I mean, it always freaks me out. It's like, how did they do this stuff? It's just crazy. Man, this fire goes fast. I don't know how you would get good at this game. It seems like it would be difficult to be real good at it, because I don't necessarily... I don't know if there's a pattern to it, or if you have to go around trying to hunt the arsonist first. Hey, Nick. What's going on, man? That's a good one, Curtis. I'll give you that one, my friend. Let's have it go in another one here. That was awesome. I really like that one, man. Is that how you do it? That makes sense, then. Yeah. That makes sense. Let's, since he mentioned Candy Company, let's see if we can get this thing up and running here. Let's see here. You always have to wonder. Here we go.
Candy Company.
Oh, I do remember that when I was a kid. I do remember the talking. There's some things you don't forget. Okay. Let's clear. Beautiful. I love that. Let's see here. One player game. Press 2 for two-player game. Press enter to begin. Oh, yes. Yes, this is coming back to me. Let's see if I've got the right joystick. Of course not, so we're going to switch over. Luckily, I've got one here on hand. Let's see if this one's going to work. There he goes. Never leave home without the old Wicco. Now, in this game, you're supposed to collect... Are you collecting... You're collecting the jelly beans, as I recall. It's been so long since I played this one. Gosh. Oh, that's... Yeah, that was bad. My score, when I submit it, will be rock bottom. I'm not sure I can even still submit a score. That's okay, though. See, my problem is, how are you... Somebody tell me what's the maneuver to get on these things. Get on the vertical lines. Okay. I see a girl there as well. That's even as a kid, I never fully understood how you would get on and off these lines. Okay, I don't know what I did, but she's leaving. There, now, I believe that thing that just appeared, that's a power-up of some sort. Or a bonus, or whatnot. Okay. Hold the joystick to the side, well ahead of crossing over. Is the button involved? Yeah, she better get on her horse, because I can't collect jack squat. Yeah, this, I mean, I was no good at this back as a kid, and I'm equally as crummy now. Not when crossing over, no button. Okay. So, you can get on these at any point. Okay. Is it an up and down mechanic? Or is it left and right? Seems like it's left and right to get... The fellow that put this together was a man of vision. There's no doubt. Because vision better than my own. Sadly, this is probably the best I've ever done. Yay! Oh god, I cleared the board. I'm guessing that woman got most of the... I need to go catch her again. She's clearly better at this than me. Oh, I don't want that. Okay. Okay. Oh, shoot. I had it for a second. That audio is not killing you guys, is it? Should I ask? Yeah, dude. The thing is, it's probably not difficult once you get into the swing of it. There you go. Take care of business for me, darling. You're the breadwinner here. There she goes. She's going to work for me. Whoa, crap. That doesn't look good. I need to get on that. And make it. Here it comes. Hurry up. Yeah. Yeah, that happens a lot to me. I look at the scores. I'm like, listen, Bubble Bobble's the same way. I'm no good at that either. I look at these scores. I'm like, my God, I'd never get that on my best day. And I finally got a good score, and I couldn't even save it. Brutal. Uh-oh. It's funny. I just still can't get the hang of getting on these things every time. You're witnessing the best game I've ever played, though. I can tell you that right now. The pressure's on. I got a room full of people watching. I got to do halfway decent. No. No. Get off. No. Dadgummit. Curtis, I know you're an ace at this game. As all CoCo games. She's the CoCo gaming master. Oh, I needed that chick. Dadgummit. Have you guys interviewed the guy that made this? Anybody know? No one knows for sure who the fellow was that put it together. Oh, not there. Oh, not there either. Oh, I was on there for a second. This reminds me a little bit of Frogger in a weird way, because you're waiting for all these. Your timing is important. Get off there. I just wish I knew exactly what I was doing. That would help me so much. Go, get on there, dadgummit. Have you guys spoken with any of those fellas on CoCo Talk? You talked to so many of the luminaries. Look at that. Graphically, there's a lot going on in this, too. That's another thing that's quite amazing about it. Oh, yes. I'm sure Buck Owens has got 4 billion points at this. It's funny, after you play this for a little while, you start to get a vision for this stuff that you don't start the game with. There's no doubt about that. Oh, no. I want that. Uh-oh. Can you believe it? Oh, man. What do these hourglasses do, y'all? Anybody know? I'm sure it can't be good. Oh, I see. So you don't want to get the hourglasses. So that was that sort of like a bonus stage? I'm guessing it was. I didn't get to see what the candy is on this. Is this a chocolate bar or licorice? Something? I'm telling you, I'm glad this is being documented. Because this is far and away. I mean, I've never come close to doing this well. Get on there. That's it. Daggum, can get on that one. All right. Taking all my concentration, fellas. What's up, Mr. Cola? Brock? What's up, fellas? Sorry I missed you. This game's harder than... This is hard. Mr. Cola, this is your style of game. You're a good player. For us bums, this is way out of my comfort zone. Well, I will say, Frodo, you do, like I said, when you start getting the vision for how this stuff lines up, like I said, I'm still not, I don't have the understanding of exactly how I'm getting on and off these things fully, but when you actually start to see stuff, it does increase the enjoyment. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am having more fun than I've ever had playing it. So maybe, you know, this with some games, man. It takes some stick-to-itiveness. Not necessarily my strong suit. I'll admit that. I'm a twitchy player. I'll give up quickly. But when it is, I will say I'm enjoying it more than I have in the past. That's for sure. I need to get on this thing. Yeah. Come on, give it to me. Get on that one. I don't know why. It's crazy how sometimes I can get on these things real quick. Maybe I'm just trying too hard. This one seems like it'd be a lot harder with the gamepad too. I should mention that. Oh, shoot. Okay. When you got one left, if I get lucky here, this should still work. Ah! I'm on fire. Hey, Lynx. Okay. Looks like I'm getting pork chops. Are those ice cream cones or? Okay. Get up there. Come on, get up there. See, I don't know why I couldn't get on that one. Man, I'd like to have had that one. Okay. I think you sort of have to go diagonal, I'm starting to think, when you get on. I think that's it. I think that's exactly what it is. You have to hit diagonal. You know, when you there it is. Oh, what was I thinking? They're all bombs. Hey, little friend. Come here. Say hi to everybody on the stream.
Hi.
That's my son Luke. Your pink bunny's on a bag in the on the couch, buddy. Yeah. So, do we determine that we do or do not want to get the hourglass? Does anybody know? Dude, that is it. It is diagonal. That's exactly what it is. It's all that time. I've been struggling trying to figure this out, and I think that's exactly what it was.
I'll be waiting in the car. Okay, fine.
Well, maybe. There he goes. Yeah. I think that's what it is. Oh. Yes, Curtis, that's what I'm going to learn at some point in the future. That was... Oh my gosh, look at this. These things actually are moving mid-level, like mid-range here. They're not... That's definitely tricky. I was wondering what they were going to do is to change things up. Tell you what, I've been playing this game now for about Probably 10 minutes or so. I feel like it's a pretty good game. Again, I have no reference for that. But I can picture a real good player just going crazy on this, just playing forever. There's my woman. Here, come here. Okay. What I got left? A jelly bean and a chocolate bar. Come on, old man, get out of my way. Couldn't get on that one. It's a good question. There we go. Okay. Hope this isn't too boring for you guys, but I hate to quit in the middle of this one. It's almost certainly going to be the score I submit. Uh-oh. I got problems now. Oh, here we go. Bye-bye.
Mom, wait for me.
Bye, Lukey.
Bye.
Come here. Give me some sugar. Alright. Have a good time. Next time, don't forget your bunny. My son went off to spend the night at Granny's and forgot his favorite stuffed animal, so he had to come back and get it. You know, I'd like to have a dragon in my collection. Curtis, do you or any of your boys have a dragon? I can see you having one of those, my friend. Didn't quite make it for that one. So you had one, but no longer have it then, huh? I understand. Oh! Man, if you told me I'd gotten to 13 frames of this, I would have called you a liar. I am not lying. Come here, darling. Take care of business. It's very rare a woman works for me. Oh, no! She got killed! I didn't know that could happen. Did you guys see that? Wow. Well, I feel guilty. I guess I had that coming after my comment. I can't believe that, man. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Get off there. Dadgummit. Frustrating. Ah! She's back. She got healed up. I will say this is an accurate portrayal of what I would be doing if all this candy was lying around. I would figure out a way to get there. Uh-oh. Oh! Wonder how many men I've got left. My God. Come here. Ah. Oh no! I didn't see that guy. Oh! There it is, Curtis. I gotta get a picture of this. This is it. I was typing in the wrong keyboard. That is the best I will ever do. There it is. There it is. Well, I think it's time to move on. Not bad. Maybe I'll come back to that one sometime. Oh yeah, this is the Epix 500 XJ Joystick. Good and clicky. Because that's the way I like them. I can't take them any other way. It's just like my Ergo stick without the rubber on the outside. So we use that one when it wants the other port. Anybody have any CoCo requests or arcade clones they want to see? There's plenty of arcade clones on the old CoCo. If I can get this thing up and running, here it goes. Death Trap. No, I don't believe I played that one. Let's have that one. Let's give it a whirl. Hey, you were on the last two. You've been on fire, my friend. Is it Death? You think this is it? Or is it D-Trap? Death.disc. Horrible. The Suzo I've heard of. Willie's Warehouse. I've never played that one either. Okay, let's see what we've got here. The Rugby Circle. We did one of their games before. Oh gosh, what is this? Fuel, tank, mine. Is this a keyboard game? Hold down the button to move the tank. Uh-oh. Okay, I think it wants the other one. Yep, here we go. Oh, okay. Can we hit the walls in this, or... I like to be able to shoot, too. Oh, D. D for death. The teleport. So, effectively, all I'm doing is I'm just driving around. Hey, 10 Mark's in the house. Hey, what's going on, dude? I'm sure you're having a good time with your own Amiga, you bum. You're not kidding. Get 4 diamonds, okay. Man, you have to go after fuel quick. That gauge goes down in a hurry, doesn't it? Hope you guys are enjoying some hot, steamy CoCo action on authentic hardware. Hyperspace. That's interesting. Well, we can't go that way. Man, you weren't kidding about this maze. This thing's massive. What's wrong with your... Shoot. Man, that's... How can you possibly get through that? What's wrong with your 1084? man. I got a few of those. What is this? You want to explain this one to me, Curtis? Yeah. Oh well. Let's try. What was the one that Nick suggested? Let's have. Oh gosh, there's a map, Curtis. Now you tell me. I can't see your suggestion went off the screen. What was it you suggested, Nick? Willie's Warehouse. I've never heard of this one. See if it's on here. I did see one just now that I really liked. Is it? Could be. I'm not sure it's on here. Unless it's under a weird name. Warehouse.disc. Aha! Shazam! See what we got here. Alright. I love that. It's the little things, man. They're all simple, Cola. Except for that thing I just played. Alright. Man, this guy's got a flair. I will say that. Okay. Fill order. Get ready. Fill 2 orders. Holy smokes, look at that, y'all. So what am I doing here? Oh, okay, I picked this up. What do I do with it? Oh, and so I've got to wait for a 1 to come up then, eh? Okay. So this is about basically timing. What is that? I'm guessing it's bad. Whatever that is coming down to get me. Yes. How do you crush them? Do you have to hit the button, or what do you do? This is absolutely... I love the 3D effect. I love that. Hey, Nightbot's wishful, man. He's hoping. He's hoping. There you go. Okay, I got one. Hey, this is very clever. Well, I figured out how to crush him. I love that. You gotta hurry. Oh, I like that, man. Oh, there you go. Okay. This sort of reminds me of a. I mean, it's not really that similar, but there's a. If you play Donald Duck's numbers game on the CoCo, there's a bit where he's working. I think it's working in like a. He's working in like a pawn shop. I think it is. And he's got to do stuff with a conveyor belt going up and down. Man, hold on to those. You know this already, Del Muerte, but hold on to those 1084s like grim death, man. Those things are always in demand. It's the damnedest thing. Oh, it's gonna be close. Come on. There it is. You remember what I'm talking about, Curtis? Uh-oh, I got a problem now because I can't actually... I don't have a box. And you can't grab these. What do? Just get killed? I guess you're boned. Does this guy up here kill me? He does. Okay, well, we're learning. Okay. So you just don't want that guy to get on your platform or you're screwed. It's a shame they couldn't put some rocket music right here. This would be a great game to have some, like, you know, ding 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 ding, something like that. Something makes you get your blood pumping. Oh, it's gonna be close. Oh, no, no, no! You'll have to die. Ah, shoot. Yeah, you die. Oh, it fell all the way from the top. That's wacky, man. The question marks, I guess, just run over him. But I don't know. I got my name in. Bam. Look, I'm the second in line, stooge-wise. I saw a game in here I've got to play. Yeah, man, that's what I'll do. That's what you want to hear. Doug, how is the, have you got to really tour around on the Amiga? Mine did not come yet again. There's a game on here. I love it. I love this game, Whirlybird. I think, is it just Whirly? I remember this from back in the day, and I've played this a few times since then. Oh, there's a cheat for it, too. I used to own a Super Cobra cabinet back in the day. I've got two 1084S's myself. You can't see it, but right here is one of the Amiga branded ones that what came out when the Amiga 1000 came out. Let's see which joystick this thing requires. Oh, it's this one. Gamepad time. I loved Scramble and Super Cobra. I thought they were a lot of fun. And I remember when this came out, there's two of these on the CoCo that were really good. I'm sure Curtis can tell you the other one. Is this the best one? I can't. There was another one too, Curtis. I don't remember what it was called. And but I remember playing this. And again, this seems hokey now, but I mean, you got to put yourself in the shoes of someone in 1982 or whatever. I mean, this stuff was fresh in the arcade, and this played very well. And what this did that a lot of them didn't do was it made stuff a smidge smaller, so you got more real estate in the air, and that made all the difference. You could line up your bombs, you could line up your shots better, you could see what was coming. This thing has some unbelievably difficult gaps you've got to shoot, but I mean, the gaps were hard in the arcade too. I mean, that was part of the game, so it just, you know, they did a good job bringing this over. I think this was a Tom Mix. I wasn't paying attention there when it came through. But just a really good, you know, clone. This UFO section's always tough. It's funny in the arcade because, of course, Super Cobra is very reminiscent of Scramble, and Scramble is known in the arcade world for being like, you could turn a Scramble board into about anything. You could, with chip swaps and stuff. It was a real popular board for using it for conversions and for effectively like cloning other arcade games in the arcade is what they were doing. They were rip-offs. People would produce ROMs for them to play other games. And so that's one thing I always thought was kind of Spectral Associates. Always, that's right, because I thought that was a cool name. I just default to everything being from Tom Mix. So there you go. But you can also, one thing you can't do, like let's face it, every computer has a version of this, for better or for worse. But they're often not that good. And one of the things you can't do in this is you can literally get down to the ground and strafe because you've got enough real estate. And that makes a big difference when you're playing it, because you could do it in the arcade too. That was part of the fun. I mean, it's not arcade perfect or anything by any stretch of the imagination, but I mean, for the time, it was really good, you know. And you also got to be, you got to watch these mountains. Oh, I can't believe I made that one. Oh, I know I'm gonna make that one. Oh, it's not really very silkwormy. This is like I said, this is exactly a scramble or or a Super Cobra, particularly Super Cobra. Super Cobra's always my favorite. I hated to give that cabinet away, but it was a monster cabinet. It was really big and heavy, and it had water damage. You know, so I ended up having it. I think I actually stripped out the actual marquee and the boards and stuff, and just sold those. And I think the machine ended up getting scrapped, which I wouldn't do that unless the machine was completely boned. That happened occasionally. If I could have all the arcade games that I've had to get rid of over the years, I don't have one hell of an arcade. I mean, I've got a decent arcade now, but it's not arcade game heavy. It's more pinball heavy. But I've had a lot of good games over the years I've had to get rid of. I've owned 2 Galagas, 2 Donkey Kongs, a Miss Pac-Man, a Jungle King, oh, here we go, Fireballs. Just a ton of arcade machines that have had to come and go WrestleFest. These are indestructible, so all you're basically doing, I ran out of fuel. Dadgummit. Is that my last man? Okay, good. You've got to basically hope you get lucky and get some fuel on this level. That's all you can do. When I was playing this thing heavy, I had patterns, which I don't remember any of now. So they're really these comets all come at. They don't come. There's not a pattern to them, but I just knew where all the gas was going to be. There is a pattern to that. And I am not getting a good draw with the gas. I don't think I've hit a single one. There's one. Oh, I need at least one of these. I always liked the way the Whirlybird died, too. It just sort of, oh, well, I didn't want to see it. That's what I get for not paying attention. Well, not too bad. Not too bad. Let's try something else here. That was fun. We got time for another one. We'll do a quick one here. Parsec. I love Parsec on the TI. Let's see here. Penetrator. Sounds a bit rude, doesn't it? Let's see what we got here. Gosh, every time I go through this list, I'm like, man, I'm going to play that and that. Is that a game on here? And where is it? Is it P-Trader? Let's see what we've got here. One of the fun things is trying to figure out as Protector. Let me see. Oh, it's a Model 1 game. Yeah, Frodo, sorry, pal. Nothing I can do about that. Let's try. I saw some good stuff as we went by here. Let's try something really wacky. Hey, Curtis, what is that boxing game that was like a Punch-Out clone? Can you remember that one? Wouldn't mind trying that. Let's see here. We'll try this one first. Knockout. I'll do that one last. That'll be the one. Oh, look at this. Oh, nice. What a rousing theme. Let's see if it's going to like this joystick or the other one. Or neither. Nope. Okay, it's the, what do we got here? Holy smokes. Oh, I do remember this. Because I remember how cool it looked. You know, the plane on this reminds me, if you ever watched, I'm really going to date myself here. If you ever watched Johnny Quest, I mean the original one, they had a cool plane. And this plane always sort of reminded me of that one. It almost looks like, I guess we're either under really heavy cloud cover or we're underwater. Gosh, I do remember this. This take me way back. I'm assuming the ground can kill you, so I haven't been down there. I see that there are targets down there. That was a persistent ship. Oh, UFOs. Yes, yes. I definitely remember that. God. This reminds me so much of like a Spectrum game in a lot of ways. It's very similar. Shoot. I'm going to try this one again. I didn't get it because I... Let's try that one more. Oh, okay. We got more men. Oh, you get a lot of men here. Either that or I'm just starting over and over. Gotta get out of here. What is this thing? He's pestering me. Get out of here. Die. There it goes. Yeah, these UFOs. I remember those. I always thought those were really cool looking. Look at that. Oh, shoot. That was weird. I guess it blew up on the screen and it doubled back over. I don't know if any of you guys caught us on ARG last week. We did games with no buttons. It was actually a real fun episode. But Brent picked a game called Nibbler. And I had never played Nibbler. I thought I knew what it was, but I was wrong. And, oh, Buzzworm. So is that the clone for Nibbler? Yeah, we might try that, actually. Let's try that real quick before we try Knockout. Anyway, there's a movie. I guess I'm tardy to the party because this thing's been out for a while. But it's called Man vs. Snake. And it's about these guys chasing the world record on Nibbler. Now, I knew Nibbler had a crazy world record because I remember hearing about the guy in Donkey Kong, or in King vs. Kong, saying that he'd watched like six-hour tapes of a guy playing Nibbler for the world record. And so I knew it took a long time to break the record. But this was quite an interesting show. I mean, if you haven't seen it, I recommend it if you're, for old video game types. Buzzworm. Here it is. Doug, you got an ST? Holy smokes, man. Congratulations, dude. I've only piddled with the ST, and I found it difficult to get around in the emulation. So I'm sure it's because I'm an idiot. If screen is not red. Okay. And press any key. Buzzworm. Look at that. That's cute. Instructions. Nah. Instructions are for weenies. Let's see how you start this thing. Joystick 1, 2. Button 1. No. I like this. Put your name in ahead of time. We better start at level 0 on this one. Joystick. Let's see if it's which pad it is here. I'm guessing it's the other one. Yep. Oh, yeah. Dude, this is it, man. I'm horrible at it, by the way. So if you're expecting a world record attempt now, you're in deep trouble. We won't be here 16 hours, I can assure you. I kind of thought this was kind of a clever game, though, y'all. I mean, it's simple as heck, but it's actually pretty... It's kind of fun. I can see why you wouldn't want to play it for 2 or 3 days. I missed that one. Look how long your snake has gotten. Oh, I done screwed up big time. I'm going to chase my tail. I'm going to go around the bend. There it is. Now this is not bad. This is not bad. Yeah. Hey, Boat. What's going on, man? Boat, we played a few games that are going to blow your mind tonight, man. I was just talking about Man vs. Snake, and Curtis mentioned that this existed, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Oh, I think I got problems, guys. Oh. Bites are fatal. Good tip. They told me that when I was in Boy Scouts. There we go. Oh, look at the rattle. That is tremendous. I think that's better than the arcade. The arcade doesn't have a rattle like that. Hey, Boat. Doug got an Atari ST, man. But you should tell everybody what you just picked up while you're in here. Oh boy. Screw up there. Oh dude. See, Boat, you should have been the producer on this game. You would have sold 1 million copies. You know, if you want to get some nibbler, this is a fine. This is nothing. There's nothing wrong with this at all. Oh, this is just like the arcade. They're doing a great job. Oh, these lines are filling in on the fly. Well, I never got far enough in the arcade to see that happen. That's super dangerous. This one gives you a little more time to react, although not enough time for me. Alright, I'm going to try knockout to close this thing off. I'm pretty happy with that. That was pretty cool. I remember when this came out, and I will have to say, I was a big Punch-Out fan. And so I was dying. The one thing the CoCo did, it did this better than any computer I ever had, I think. Because when I saw something I wanted to play, someone would make it on the CoCo. Even if it was crap. It could be absolute garbage. But someone would attempt to make it. And I always thought that was awesome. And often with good results. Let's see here. Knockout. Do we know the difference between high and low here? Anybody, Curtis, on this one? I guess we just run basic and see what happens. Run knockout. Push reset of the screen is blue. Enter. Okay. Any key to start. Ooh, wood-filled filament. Uh-oh, doesn't look good, my friends. We might not have a winner this time around. It's funny, we've played a lot of games tonight. This is the first one we've had not come up correctly. C'est la vie. We will come up with... I'm going to play one more game any way it goes. We'll find something else. By God. I'd like to play another arcade clone. Yeah, we could do that, Curtis. Let me try it once. Just for fun. Look at that beautiful color. Gosh, I should run it like this all the time. It's like someone looked at CGA and said, "Nah, that's not garish. We can do better than that." Bam, Brewmaster. Bam, that's it, Boat. That's the last one. We're going to end it with that one. Good choice, my friend. Enter. Oh, look at that, Curtis. That's why Curtis is the man. Whoops. On the phone. You're still the man, Curtis. Clearly, I've gotten a dud copy of that one. That's okay. That happens sometimes. Alright. We're going to play some Brewmaster. Good choice. This is a perfect example of what I was talking about. Let's see here. I think that's normally you want that to be red, so we'll just do that. Oops. Typical. Well, that's okay. Should have done it ahead of time. That's my bad. It's one of the CoCo's wackier quirks. The whole color swap thing. I'm sure one of these intelligent gentlemen can tell you why it happens, because in fact, I think they've told me, but I don't remember what they said. So there you go. I would love to have the arcade version of this sitting in my house or in my arcade right this minute. Such a great game. If I can get this thing to start up. There we go. Looks like we're on the gamepad again. Plus fire to play. I think we're on the gamepad. Oh, that's right. You gotta hear the song first. I remember before I was trying to get this thing to work, and it wouldn't start. All right, here we go. Get a little cutscene. I love it. Here we go. If you've never played this in the arcade with the tap, you are missing out. Oh, see, I screwed up already. That chick's head was down. I did that last time. Let's try it again. Come on, darling. You know you want a brew. There she is. She's thirsty now. I always thought this was a clever game in the arcade just because of the premise of it. It seems like I mean, I know this is something, it's not a revelation here, but it seems like they just came up with radically different ideas in the early days of gaming as opposed to all the same. It's like really, I will say, I think the last 10 years, especially the last 5 years with the indie scene, so those guys are very clever. And the rise of the indie scene in gaming has led to a lot more variance. We got into a real rut there with the first-person shooters and stuff for a while, I think. You degenerate drunks. Get out of my bar. Stop drinking. What'd I do? Dadgummit, I didn't see what I did that time. I think you got it, Curtis. I mean, I've got to agree with you. I think, oh, that's going to go off. He's not, when they have no face, you're boned. You're boned. All right, here we go. Oh, I did it again. No, 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 no. Let me grab that. Oh. If this game has a flaw, it's kind of hard to see the faces. And so, if you see them out there. I think Harlan Ellison wrote that, Della. I have no mouth and I must drink. There it is. There it is. Great minds think alike. Okay, let's try this again. Here you go. Here you go. I think you're begging for one, and now you're down. I don't know if you saw Brent's Patreon video last week, but it was Tapper, and I thought it was real clever actually. Brent's very creative. Don't tell him I said that, but he got all the creativeness in the family. I'm not 100% sure what I got, but I'm sure it'll come to me. You know, I think in the arcade, when you hit the tap, or when you hit the button to do the tap, you're automatically beamed back to the tap. But I could be wrong, because I've played so many different versions of this. I know there's at least one version that does that. But I'm not sure if, I think it was in the arcade, but I could be wrong. It's been so long since I played this in the arcade. And these people don't want to go. Oh, it's going to be close. Oh, I couldn't get there. Thank you, Boat. Thank you. I'm so happy to hear you say that. I was not 100% sure. Oh, get your arm up there. Okay, good. I thought I could finish it out right there, but nope. Get out of here. Dadgummit. Oh, put your head up. Normally, I could get at least to the bottle shaking zone on this. I don't think this one has the dancing girls. Oops. Dadgummit. Oh! Yes, I got lucky there big time. Yeah, I don't think... that's something else Tips is missing, as far as I know. Oh, I did it again. No, I hope that chick's still hungry. I got lucky. I'm boned. Oh! Oh, so tough. I remember this is another game I was a pretty good hand at back when I was a kid. These are super tough to find in the arcade. I mean, you didn't see very many. So really the home version is about the only one you're going to get to play. Okay, come on. Gosh. It seems like they just want to hang around. It's like the arcade, you can get rid of these guys easier, at least on this level. Oh, no! I screwed up. Oh. Man, that is brutal, fellas. I'll tell you something. We had a good run, gentlemen. Well, I think I'm going to put it to bed. Oh, yeah, man. I'd say you're probably right on both counts, Boatster. Well, hey, everybody. Thanks for turning up and hanging out. I had a good time here at the old trusty CoCo. She never lets me down, man. I love this machine. Next week, we'll be back with another stream, and I think we may try this beauty right here, the old C64, and give that one a whirl. And then somewhere down the line, we're going to play this one, the old Atari XEGS. We're going to give that one a whirl. So thanks, everyone, for hanging and banging. I had a good time, and we will see you again next time. Until then, adios.